Hi there. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm out here in the woods, as you can see, and very soon now, time for coffee, chocolate coffee, as usual. And I'm going to read for you. Now, I have to say, I am getting a little bit frustrated because there are airplanes passing. So I hope it won't be interrupted while I'm reading. I'm going to read from Hávamál, which is the ancient poem. Translated into English, I guess it means speech of the tall one, the tall one being Odin. So this is, let's see now. This is an English translation of the poem Hávamál, and it's a number of rules, guidelines for how we should live our lives, and I'll get into that. I won't be talking much about the origin of Hávamál. I want to get straight into the text. I am not going to read the whole poem in this video, but if you like this video, give it a like. I will make a series of videos where we go through the whole poem. As a novelist, I could analyze the poem, but it takes away the magic, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk a little bit, just a few words, about what it means to me. But let me just start now by reading the first 10 stanzas. I don't know this poem by heart, but I'm going to read from this translation. This translation, I am able to do that because this translation, it says here, this text by Henry Adams Bellows is in the public domain because it was not renewed in a timely fashion as required at the time by copyright law, 1936 US Copyright Office, online records. And it's the booklet says here you paid only for the cover, format and design, performed by the Åsa Truar, Erik S. Lehmann, who takes no credit for the text and is not necessarily of the same opinions or translations contained within. So that's the legal matter. And I'm not a fan of stealing stuff, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Hold on. Okay. So while the water is boiling or heating up, let me just read the first 10 stanzas. Within the gates, ere a man shall go, full worthy let him watch. Full long let him look about him, for little he knows where a foe may lurk and sit in the seats within. Hail to the giver, a guest has come. Where shall the stranger sit? Swift shall he be who with sword shall try this proof of his might to make. Fire he needs, who with frozen knees has come from the cold without. Food and clothes must the farer have, the man from the mountains come. Water and towels and welcoming speech should he find who comes to the feast. If renown he would get, and again be greeted, wisely and well must he act. Wits must he have, who wanders wide, but all is easy at home. At the witless man the wise shall wink, when among such men he sits. A man shall not boast of his keenness of mind, but keep it close in his breast, to To the silent and wise does ill come seldom, when he goes as guest to the house. A man shall not boast of his keenness of mind, but keep it close in his breast. To the silent and wise does ill come seldom, when he goes as guest to a house. For a faster friend one never finds than wisdom tried and true. The knowing guest who goes to the feast in silent attention sits. With his ears he hears, with his eyes he watches. Thus weary are wise men all. Happy the one who wins for himself favor and praises fair. Less safe by far is the wisdom found that is hid in another's heart. Happy the man who has while he lives wisdom and praise as well. For evil counsel a man full oft has from another's heart. A better burden may no man bear for wanderings wide than wisdom. It is better than wealth on unknown ways, and in grief a refuge it gives. Now to me, these first 10 stanzas of the Hávamál, the main message, I believe, is that we should try to be wise, that we should be seekers of wisdom. And I'm going to use the Norwegian edition just because that's the one I'm used to. Going to point at some of the sentences here. It's about also the value of traveling and maybe even getting back home. When you get back home, you can see your own society with a new, with a much clearer glance, with a better, you have the insight of having traveled, so that you can see yourself, your own society, your own kin, your own I'm really sorry about the airplanes. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening today. It's usually not like this out here. I don't understand. They are quite low as well, actually. I don't know what's happening. So these first stanzas, they start out by telling you that you need to be cautious when you enter into into the home of others, or when you enter into an unknown environment. And it says also about something about hospitality. And it's, I think, this is the first, already in these first 10 stanzas, you see how important wisdom was to our ancestors. Being a wise person was valued. And on the other hand, it mocks, the kind of people who sits in, they never travel, they never seek wisdom, but they think they know it all, right? We all know people like that. And it kind of ridicules people like that. So the traveler who has been out in the world gathering wisdom comes home and sees these people who think they're experts on everything, that they know everything. So stanza number 10 says, A better burden may no man bear, for wanderings wide than wisdom. It is better than wealth on unknown ways, and in grief a refuge it gives. It's, you know, in bushcraft we say that no more, carry less, or versions of that, meaning that wisdom is the most valuable thing you can bring with you. And you know, the Vikings knew that. And also, I actually think that, you know, I'm sure that you've heard that, well, stupid people are happier because, you know, they don't reflect on things. I disagree, because having wisdom and understanding things actually is comforting. I have found that if I know more about a certain difficult topic, it's easier to handle. That's the way I see it. So that was the first 10 stanzas of the Hávamál. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to have my coffee now. And by the way, I was sent this book. I feel bad because he sent this book, Noah, my friend Noah sent this book to me quite a while ago. But I want to give him a shout out, because he is doing great work for, I would say, the Norse community. Noah Tetzner has written the Poetic Edda, a study guide, and I will put a link in the video description so you can go and check that out. It's a guide, it says here, guide to the myths and legends of the medieval Norse. Yeah, so go and check it out. It's I haven't read through it yet, but I will. And I've spoken with Noah on his podcast several times, so I think this should be good. So go check it out. And also, some of you are asking which book should I start with, if you know, to understand the Norse mindset and so on. And I always replied, Hávamál. Go and read Hávamál. It's not, you know, it's just, you can, it's very thin. You can bring it everywhere, and it's but it has, you know, it's full of wisdom. So I highly recommend it, obviously. And let me know in the comments if you would like me to continue making these videos and continue reading for you the Hávamál. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Thanks for joining me out here in the woods, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.